Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl 21. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl chapter 21. Choreo. 6.83 million. 6.87 million. Kim Min-jun at the head of the pod lid stared at the progress bar in front of him while Krypton Kim. He hadn't brushed monsters for 2 hours since the previous piece of information suddenly failed. Anyway, when the time comes, there are subordinates to bring, so it's better to concentrate on deducing hidden intelligence first. And then one shot into the soul. Opening square bracket. Yanwang has an old saying, if you want to be rich, build roads first. Rounding up is what it means. 7 million. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations on successfully deducing new intelligence. Out. Kim Min-jun's eyes burst with blood and excitement. Finally, after spending another 7 million alliance coins, he finally managed to unlock a new piece of information. Immediately, Kim Min-jun checked it up. Novice Village information. The regional boss, Flame Dragon Lizard, in the east of the Novice Village has a strong hatred with the Water Dragon Snake in the south of the Novice Village, and killing any of them can unlock hidden missions. Water and fire are incompatible. Limited to 2 times. Quote. Novice Murito. Jin Min-jun took a deep breath and calmed down. I remember that it seems to be a level 5 or 6 monster, so the boss must have 7 or 8 levels, right? Thinking about it this way, Kim Min-jun felt that it was time for him to go out of the mountain. After all, this hidden mission requires strength. Immediately, the corner of Kim Min-jun's mouth turned into a square root, patted his numb leg, and stood up from the ground. Open black lens bracket ding. The traveler of Yanwang Anonymous successfully killed the boss Yanlong Lizard. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Yanwang's traveler Lin Zian successfully kills the boss Yanlong Lizard. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Intelligence has failed. Quote. Aussie, right, Kim Min-jun blurted out a Goryeo national essence. Why is it the Yanwang people who step on the horse again? Why did you step on the horse again? It was this anonymous player who stepped on the horse. Open black lens bracket ding. If you are detected using swear words, silence for 30 minutes. The mouth on Kim Min-jun's face suddenly disappeared, and he began to smash things in the Novice Village with his teeth and claws. Do not erupt in silence. What else could he do? Kim Min-jun went straight off the line. Check it out for me. Who the hell is this anonymous player? ... Yanwang Yanjingfu, a woman dressed in a white shirt, carrying a 3-foot blue bronze long sword, stands on a hot rock. With her fairy spirit, she exudes a dusty temperament. In front of her, countless women flew like butterflies, confronting a huge salamander. With the naked eye, the level of this group of women has actually reached level 3. Crush countless contemporaries. Even their operation is no different from that of a pro gamer. When to attack, when to dodge, when to revert to form. Obviously, each woman has a different offensive rhythm, but she plays a uniform squad effect. The Flame Dragon Lizard that was level 10 was powerless to fight back. And the white-shirted woman who pressed the formation did not feel any happiness about this, with a hint of displeasure on her face. The formation buff of the 7-star sword formation that comes with the Sword Immortal profession is too slow to upgrade. 7-star sword formation. Description. When the number of members in the team is July 14, 21, 28, 49, a multiple of 7, the attribute increases. Level 1 Effect 1. Optional Tianshu, Strength Boost Tianxuan, Agility Boost Tianji, Physique Boost Tianquan, Intelligence Boost Yuheng, Critical Attack Boost Kaiyang, Dodge Boost Shaking Light Resistance Boost. Effect 2. Unlocked. This is the Sword Immortal class attached to his Supreme Game Pod, and the attached talent ability 7-star Sword Array. Basically, the more people, the better the effect, and the more attribute bonuses. As long as there are people fighting in the sword formation, it will increase the experience points of the 7-star sword formation. Killing monsters will give you extra experience. But the experience required by the sword formation to level 2 is simply massive. More kills. A killing intent flashed in the displeased eyes of the woman in white. Roar. At this moment, the Flame Dragon Lizard roared up to the sky, ready to release heavenly fire. Tianxuan, open. Withdraw. Come back. Run farther. Quote. Quote. Countless women retreated. The woman in white was on tiptoe, turned into a straight white practice, fearless, and rushed straight towards Yanlong Lizard. Sister Lin, don't be impulsive. Next moment. Open black lens bracket ding. Fate announcement. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Congratulations to Traveler Anonymous for being the first regional boss to kill Flame Dragon Lizard, which rewards plus 20,000 XP, plus 20 credits, and plus 200 Church of Light reputation. Open black lens bracket. Ding. The first death of the regional boss. The combat power of Salamander of Yanwang decreased by 10%, and the combat power of Salamander of number 11,451 decreased by 20%. Yay, Sister Lin killed that big head. Well, quote, who? Hearing the system prompt, the women were stunned, and then found that 7-star sword formation buff on their bodies. Gone. The name of the captain in the team list, and the blood bar are suddenly empty. But in the next moment, a deafening prompt sounded. Ding. Congratulations to Traveler Lin Zian for being the second regional boss to kill Flame Dragon Lizard, bonus XP plus 10,000, silver coins plus 10, Church of Light reputation plus 50. Open black lens bracket. Ding. The regional boss dies for the second time. The combat power of Salamander of Yanwang decreases by 5%, current 15%, and the combat power of Salamander of number 7,777 Novice Village decreases by 10%, current 20%. Quote. Sister Lin is dead again. Pharmacist. Resurrection soon. Quote. I can't rub Dan anymore. I'll rub it for you. Don't. Quote. Quote. The next moment, Lin Zian, who was bloody, opened his eyes, and the displeasure on his face did not change at all. I'm dead. Win. First kill. After understanding the situation, the look of dissatisfaction on Lin Zian's face was even worse. Anonymous players. Several announcements sounded in succession. Many server players who only started the server in the early hours of the morning can't sleep. If it is an announcement at the beginning, endure it. But now this announcement has benefited the entire Yanwang service. Can this be tolerated? Yanwang, how do you say that famous saying? Seeing that kid making money is worse than me losing money. Immediately, key immortals from all over the world applied to fight. Wang Defa. Another announcement from number 11,451 number. No. 11451. This is the third time. How can it be repaired? What the hell is going on? Why can Yanwang trigger announcements frequently? It must be open. Yanwang people will do this trick. I apply for a strict investigation. Reopen the server. RC. Another hidden boss. Another level 10 boss, which is simply not something that normal players can fight. Quote. The despicable Yanwang people must have made achievements with their lives in order to become famous. It's better than the White Eagle Federation to eat people and not spit bones. Quote. Quote. And Yanwang, because of the protection of the firewall, most players do not know what external server players think. Even if a very small number of players know that the outer server is denigrating. Then let them say, eat meat for dogs to see, and don't let people bark twice. But there is still something to be done to fight back. So, most Yanwang players sent out screenshots and videos. This level 5 monster is also too strong. Which of the average person can beat this? Salamander attribute.jpg. It is. Take a look. I led a rock pig and a salamander to single out. Salamander lost. Who is a high-level monster? Opening square bracket dot. MP4. I want to go abroad because monsters abroad are more challenging, and I don't want to live this life where I can easily earn money. The videos and pictures under such comments all make players on other servers hate them even more. So hateful that even dentists say, I have never seen such a broken posterior molar tooth. Of course, the vast majority of Yanwang players are too lazy to face the line, and only express surprise at this event. How long has it been since this? All three are announced. I just finished my summer homework, and I just got on the number. This is the top guy. And it's all triggered by my Yanwang player. Quote. I understand the truth, but I remember that we Yanwang grabbed at Supreme Game Pod right. How do two players trigger an announcement? Who the hell is that anonymous player? Yes, and that anonymous player also triggered twice. Could it be that the anonymous player is our Yanwang, Supreme Game Pod player? Definitely. Big guy, it must be mysterious. Quote. 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 It is a pity that Lin Zian is from the Guwu family and rarely participates in speech disputes. Otherwise, if she saw that player saying that Anonymous was a Supreme Game Pod player, she would still be displeased. I became a stand-in. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl 22. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl. Chapter 22. Shish. Quote. The combat effectiveness of the whole country, Salamander, has decreased by 15%. My village has dropped by 25%. Shu Chu glanced at the salamander that refreshed in the distance, and sighed. I actually became the predecessor of planting trees. No way. Quote. Immediately, Shu Chu sent out the skeleton wolves who had just been resurrected. Kill. I also want to cool off this first wave of bonuses. Quote. With the infusion of those 20,000 experiences, I successfully upgraded to level 5. It just so happens that the level of salamander is level 5 and 6. There won't be any drop rate minusion. Moreover, after the decline of the attribute, it's really easy to kill. Salamander. Introduction. A lizard on fire. Level 5/6. Attack 135 157ths, formerly 180 210ths. Life 1500 1800, formerly 2000 2400ths. Skill. Ba. Sulfur substance. All salamanders, the combat power is directly backwards by 1 level. It can be said that the current salamander is better to fight than rock pig. Cuckoo. Salamander, don't you want the decline of your race's combat power to be known by the water snakes? After laughing, Shu Chu checked the drop of Yanlong lizard. Ding. Congratulations on successfully destroying Yanlong lizard LV.10 XP plus 384, copper plus 40, Yanjing plus 1. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Fate triggers, you gain additional experience plus 1536, 4x copper plus 120, 3x Yanjing plus 2x. Open black lens bracket. Ding. You have obtained power-ups. Summon Flame Dragon Lizard, Green Everburning Staff, Green Scale Fire Shield, Grey Leather Boots, Flame Arrow, x40. Staring at a long strip of drops, Shu Chu just wanted to slap his hands and shout thank you boss. With this total of 1920 experience into the account, Shu Chubin was directly full of experience bars. Go straight up to level 6. Only a full 30 free attributes can be assigned. Not to mention copper coins, just a brick on a long road. And Yanjing, Flame Dragon Lizard Boss Special Drop. A total of 3 pieces came out. It's the same as when you fought Big Wolf, it's equivalent to killing 3 bosses in one go. Shu Chu don't mention how happy he is. There is destiny, brushing the material is called a trouble-saving awe. Looking at the familiar light flickering on Yanjing, Shu Chu understood in his heart. There's the essence I want here. But now Shu Chu did not directly extract it, but turned to look at what he wanted to see the most now. The new summon card. When he got those 20,000 experiences, Shu Chu heard a system prompt like a heavenly sound. Ding. Congratulations on reaching full XP and successfully leveling up to level 5. Open black lens bracket. Ding. It has been detected that your life star is 15, and 15 free attribute points have been issued for you, please assign them in time. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Detected that your level has increased to level 5, card pack cap plus 1, congratulations, you can accommodate more summon cards. Shu Chu's mind moved, and he took out the second summon card from his backpack. Summon Flame Dragon Lizard Group Quality, Blue Fine Effect. Inject mana into it, and can summon the Flame Dragon Lizard Group with long-range attack ability to assist in battle. Compared to Summon Skeleton Wolf Pack, this Summon Flame Dragon Lizard has a lower rank, only Blue Fine. But under the same conditions, the blue well-qualified pet eggs are already high-level pet eggs that summoner players can't buy with their grandfathers for $1,000. And the number of Flame Dragon Lizards that can be summoned by the Summon Flame Dragon Lizard card is only 4. The epic card, Skeleton Wolf Pack, the energy is divided into 16 parts, and the same card is lowered to the excellent level, and it will also be divided into 8 parts. And the blue fine level, Summoning Flame Dragon Lizard, the energy will only be divided into 4. It can be seen from this that the combat power of the Flame Dragon Lizard summoned will never be inferior to the Skeleton Wolf. Immediately, Shu-Chu checked the card's attribute reference. Name, Flame Dragon Lizard. Level 1. Attack, 71, Magic Attack X 120%, Life, 530, Magic Attack X 900%, Defense, 11, Magic Attack X 20%. Lasting, 20. Mana points consumed every 5 seconds. Talent, Liquid Brimstone. Skill, none. Opening square bracket. Liquid Sulfur, when dealing damage to an enemy, an additional, burn, effect lasting 5 seconds is added, and the burn damage is 10% of direct damage. Compare, Skeleton Wolf, stats under the same intelligence attribute. Name, Skeleton Wolf. Level 1. Attack, 53, Magic Attack X 150%, Life, 885, Magic Attack X 1500%, Defense, 18, Magic Attack X 30%. Last, 20. Mana points consumed every 5 seconds. Talent, none. Skill, none. After reading the attribute comparison, Shu-Chu only had 2 words in his heart. Flow approval, even if it's a good quality card. But these Flame Dragon Lizards have a talent blessing as soon as they are born. 10% burn damage for 5 seconds. Isn't this equivalent to a direct 50% bonus to damage? This is not as good as the Skeleton Wolf stream. Shu-Chu didn't have any hesitation. Slip the cards directly into the card bag around your waist. Next moment, my turn. Draw cards. Immediately, Shu-Chu had a beautiful card with a blue border in his hand, and in the center of the card was a flaunting salamander. The golden vertical pupil looked directly into the sky, and there seemed to be something in the sky that made it unwilling and angry. With a flick of his finger, 4 rays of light appeared beside Shu-Chu. The light dissipated, and it was the Flame Dragon Lizard that was similar to those salamanders around it. It's just that compared to those ordinary salamanders, these Yanlong lizards are smaller. It seems to be the energy in the body, or the blood veins are more condensed. The scales on the body surface of the Yanlong lizards are more delicate, the minions are sharper, the eyes are more alert, and even the color of the body surface is much brighter orange. It's quite handsome. It's a bit like that cub of the Flame Dragon Lizard boss. A smile opened at the corner of Shu-Chu's mouth. Just call you Young Yan Dragon Lizard. Ding. The card was renamed Summoning the Infant Dragon Lizard. Ho. The 4 young dragon lizards heard their owner say they were small. Their faces were a little unhappy, and they let out a low roar of dissatisfaction. But helplessly. Everything is just the order of the master. After the card was summoned, Shu-Chu looked at Yan Jing. This is a rare material dropped by Flame Dragon Lizard. Immediately, open black lens bracket card master close black lens bracket class effect activated. Open black lens bracket ding. The material Yanjing contains essence burning acid, high temperature throat, elastic mouth, dragon's blood vein, thin. Ding. Glazing acid essence has a high degree of compatibility with fire wolf and it is recommended to fuse mutations. Ha. Question mark. This Yanjing brushed from the Yanlong lizard is the same as the Yansack brushed out by the salamander. Not for themselves, but suitable for fusing skeleton wolf mutants. How is this not a minotaur? Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl 23. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl. Chapter 23. Let me take a look at the attributes of the new essence. Immediately, Shu-Chu stretched out his hand a little. Scorching acid. Introduction. Woo. So hot. Quality. White normal. Effect. When dealing damage to an enemy, it reduces its defense by 10 points until the end of the battle. Well, nice assistive abilities. Shu-Chu liked the effect of this burning acid. If you mutate and detonate Fire Wolf before the battle, it is equivalent to plus 10 damage for all your own units. Then when you face the boss again, the battle will be much easier. After all damage bonuses such as critical hits, defense breaking, and unity are calculated on the basis of the damage after armor breaking. It's this introduction that is weird. Shu-Chu didn't say a word, and directly extracted the scorching acid essence. Then spend 100 mana points again to mutate a skeleton wolf into fire wolf and then bless this essence. Open black lens bracket ding. Summon skeleton wolf pack successfully fused scorching acid. After understanding, Shu-Chu learned. Although the fire wolf is different from the skeleton wolf species. But it's like the difference between elite bone wolf and skeleton wolf. Also a mutation in the summon skeleton wolf pack card. It's not an extra card. Therefore, when fusing the essence, it is still counted as fused in the summon skeleton wolf pack card. Except for the scorching acid essence, the remaining essence is finally related to the lizards. Shu-Chu took out the remaining 2 Yan Jing. Extract. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations on getting the essence hot hose. Opening square bracket. High temperature hose. Introduction. A hose that maintains high heat and humidity at all times can keep the spit magma active for longer. Quality. White normal. Effect. Plus 50% attack range. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Congratulations on getting the essence elastic mouth. Opening square bracket. Elastic mouth. Introduction. The oral cavity used for temporary storage of food is strengthened, which can give high temperature mouth fluid stronger elastic potential energy and spray farther. Quality. Green excellent. Effect. Comprehension skill corrosive sulfur liquid. Dash. Corrosive sulfur ejects a semi-melted sulfuric acid liquid into the designated area, dealing 150% damage to enemies within range. This is the essence of boss. Shu-Chu smiled even more happily. Not only has I increased my attack range, but I have even comprehended my skills. This skill is still a bulk Skyfire. If my young flame dragon lizard number is more, when a piece releases corrosive sulfur liquid, it will really become the Skyfire that almost killed me. Subconsciously, Shu-Chu looked back at the ashes on the ground. That's all evidence that skeleton wolf protects themselves. A gust of wind blew, and the skeleton wolves flew away. After the essence mutation, the young Yan dragon lizard can also directly enter the battlefield. Shu-Chu looked at the 4 lizards next to him who were chasing his tail and affirmed. And yet, it's a pity that I couldn't draw the last dragon's bloodline. This is what makes Shu-Chu regret. However, once it didn't fall out, just kill it again and drop it again. Fate is such a game. It's all to blame on my luck before, can't be like this, can't be like this. After extracting the essence to mutate his summoned beasts, Shu-Chu checked the last item. Hidden mission, water and fire are incompatible. Water and fire incompatible. Mission description. Salamander and water snake do not share the sky. The patriarch water dragon snake who kills the water snake clan is buried with Yanlong lizard and can obtain the supreme treasure of the 2 clans. Mission objective. Kill water snake 0/100, kill water dragon snake 0/1. Mission reward. Blood melting stone. Mission tip. Salamander and water snake have a blood feud. Fire and water are incompatible. Bloodstone confused to stabilize different bloodlines. Melting bloodstone. Seeing the 3 words melting bloodstone, Shu-Chu's eyes narrowed. I haven't heard of this mission, but I've heard the announcement of the first regional boss in the last life. After all, that's the news that can make the monster battle of the entire server fall. Enough to make other servers blush. And the one who got the first kill. It is not George of the White Eagle Federation that Shu-Chu has in mind. But this time he got the second kill, Lin Zian of Yanwang. Because George wasted too much time when he killed Big Wolf. Until, a few hours later, to solve the Grey Wolf and thus get a leap in strength. But Lin Zian is different. I remember that Lin Zhanxian, who never smiled and always carried a face, had a special skill that could exchange death for injury. So Lin Zian and her 7-star sword team game progress is always fast. Always at the forefront of the game. But, it's pretty good, as long as George doesn't get benefits. Shu-Chu smiled and remembered an old saying in Yanwang. Seeing that kid lose money is happier than me making money. As for this bloodstone, the treasure of the 2 families, you can only wait until you kill the water snake and take a look. Shu-Chu made a decision, and immediately ordered that young Yan dragon lizard. You guys also go and kill the salamander. The flame sack is still a little worse. The 4 young dragon lizards obeyed the order, turned the lizard's head, and turned to look at the salamander who was fighting the skeleton wolves. Then there was a shrug in the throat. Ho! The cheeks bulged, and a mouthful of red mucus was directly spit out. Ba, 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 quote. 4 spit sounds came out in succession, accompanied by 4 clouds of orange-yellow high-temperature slime, which cut a not very beautiful arc in the air, and then smashed accurately on the head of salamander. 51525049. Roar. Woohoo. Salamanders, who have never been burned, have a taste this time. One by one, the ghosts cry, wolves howl. It's a pity that I don't have money on hand for the time being, otherwise I will have to upgrade that young Yan dragon lizard. This damage is worth his own once a flat A. Thinking of this, Shu Chu's smile froze. Wait a minute, doesn't that mean that in this team, he is the best? No, 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 I definitely still have a role. At least this family can't live without itself, right? Shu Chu thought about this and was much more comfortable. Then he opened his properties panel. It's time to assign my 30 free attributes. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl 24. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl. Chapter 24. Agility. +5 physique +5. Intelligence +20/30. Free attributes. Shu Chu is instantly assigned. I've never fought such a rich battle. His own intelligence attributes skyrocketed from 59 to 79. A 1/3 increase. This also means that the combat power of all of Shu Chu's summoned objects has increased by 1/3 again. Roar. The young Yan dragon lizard made a puzzled sound. I didn't react to where this sudden surge of power in my body came from. But the skeleton dog on its side leaned over, put its paw on its shoulder, and said seriously. Woo. Quote. The young Yan dragon lizard's pupils were stunned, shocked. Can this kind of thing still be considered normal? However, since you wolf seniors said so. The young Yan dragon lizards looked back one after another, looked at the human master, and believed a little. How do these things communicate when they don't understand the language? Shu Chu picked his ears. Although the summoner cannot speak a word, it can directly transmit what it wants to the summoner through the connection with the summoner's mind. Just now, they interacted through the translator, Shu Chu. This is treating me like Wi-Fi. Shu Chu was a little crying and laughing for a while. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations on successfully destroying Salamander LV.6 XP +147, Copper +7, Flame Capsule +1. Ding. Fate triggered. Gain additional experience +588, 4x Copper +21, 3x Yansack +6, 6x. Close black lens bracket. Ness. 6x drop. Shu Chu rubbed his hands happily. When collecting materials, financial luck is simply a divine skill. This only killed a dozen, and it was not much worse than the target of 100 Yansack. Whoops. At this moment, Shu Chu alertly heard the sound of some creatures moving from the side. The skeleton wolves who had just killed a salamander on hand also raised their heads alertly and looked in that direction. Who is it? Just as Shu Chu was guessing, the shared vision of the skeleton wolf told him the answer. A bald head suddenly drilled out of the rock, and he was happy to die after seeing the skeleton wolf. Wow, this is not the wolf of the big guy. Quote. This big voice and the iconic big bald head, the battle leader of the blood wolf. Shu Chu raised his eyebrows, wondering in his heart. What is he doing here? At this moment, other noisy voices came at the same time. I just said, the big guy is definitely here. Can't you take care of the mage? What if we get left behind? Shut up, mage. Hearing the dense voice, Shu Chu's brows frowned slightly. This is all coming, but not much. Not long after, more than a dozen figures appeared in Shu Chu's field of vision. The bald warrior of Blood Wolf, the smoldering shooter of Cold Wind, the poisonous tongue mage of Fian, and the beautiful assassin of Starry Night. As well as their personal vice captain and a couple of cronies. This is the anonymous guy. How handsome. Oh, my god. Quote. Obviously he is already handsome in my bones, but why? I feel that he has a hint of resemblance to the Aoshui battle leader. Don't talk nonsense. Is Aoshui worthy of it? Opening square bracket. Cold Wind Aoshui katakana middle dot underscore katakana middle dot. Quote. What did I do? I haven't spoken yet, have I? The bald head smiled, and directly rubbed his hands to Shu Chu and said, "Big guy, did you drop anything that you couldn't use when you hit the boss?" "What I have is money." "Rough embryo, how to speak." The smoldering shooter instantly came to Shu Chu with high agility, and said in a self-familiar and shop junior tone, "We are here to reduce your burden." Shu Chu's face suddenly rose with a trace of disgust. What kind of people are these? At this time, Sha Yubing of the Starry Night Guild understood Shu Chu's doubts and replied, "Thanks to you, Salamander is now a monster that is easier to kill than Rock Pig. Coupled with the high level of salamanders, the explosion rate of props will be higher, so we led the team over." After speaking, Sha Yubing bowed his head slightly. "I hope it didn't disturb you." Shu Chu's face froze when he heard this. "Isn't it rude to say that it disturbs at this time?" "Okay." Immediately, Shu Chu stretched out his hand. The 16 skeleton wolves and 4 young dragon lizards converged back to their side at the same time. This hand can make the captain of the summoner of the Starry Night Guild look hungry. When called upon, when it comes. So handsome. Why isn't my summoned beast so handsome? At this time, the slow-moving Fian battle group leader was late. "Sorry guy, I'm late, is there anything I can use?" The bald head glanced at him. "The big guy hasn't said to sell it yet. You just remember what happened to the big guy. His heart should be damned." Opening square bracket. Fian Thunder. After some negotiation, Shu Chu also knew the second reason why these players came to him. After all, face-to-face transactions can pay less taxes to fate, that's 10%. That's right, the exchange is garbage. No need for dogs. Quote, "Isn't it good to have that spare money for the big guy?" Shu Chu, who grabbed the most joy in the first place. It's just groove, ever-burning staff, green excellent quality. It also increases fire attribute skill damage by 20%. 3W. The big guy can't sell it. Quote, "Scaly fire shield. I rub. God pretends. Receiving an attack will bounce off fire attribute damage. Why am I not a knight?" Quote, "I have packed these 40 flame arrows boss, you can say the number." You Cold Wind Guild proud. Snow, what rocket did you buy? I do. Can you manage it? Quote, "After the transaction is completed, everyone is in a circle. Some cried and had no money in their pockets, and some happily looked at the equipment they had snatched. Some stared at the props bought by others. Let me touch a handful, just a handful." And Shu Chu bought a full 7 gold and 56 silver, 75,600 copper in this transaction. It's more than 70,000 yuan in the account. Play Fate really earn money. But Shu Chu also discovered one thing, the Starry Night Guild purchased the least number of props this time. Out of money, Sha Yubing noticed Shu Chu's gaze and responded. The robbery was a little fiercer before, a little shy, and now it's still, returning to the original period. However, everything is worth it, and being able to open a blue excellent level bone removal skill from Wolf Spirit is enough to support the skill demand before level 20. When Sha Yubing spoke in front, the scene was still noisy. But when Sha Yubing said the skill of opening up the blue fine quality from the wolf, the scene is much quieter. This Nima is here to show. Everyone present at that time snatched that piece of wolf. But after all, it is a random acquisition of skills, and they dare not gamble. Outcome, Sha Yubing only spent 2W to open a fine quality skill. This skill, if you say it higher, someone will definitely buy it with a price of 200,000. This is a skill for highly operational players. Even Shu Chu couldn't help but glance at Sha Yubing more, suppressing his heartache and saying, "Bone removal. It's not a skill that the average person can use." Sha Yubing smiled slightly. "It's a little difficult, but it's not big." Quote, "Deboning is a proprietary skill of the assassin class. When attacking the same position, the damage percentage stacks. The higher the level, the higher the maximum damage percentage. You know, monsters can move. How hard is it to attack the same location? The higher the quality of deboning, the greater the number of wounds that can be present at the same time. This kind of skill is pure waste of skill for ordinary players. But for a high play like Sha Yubing, that's the old lady blowing her nose, holding the handle in her hand. No, it's like a tiger with wings. By the way, I forgot to mention something." The bald head who didn't get anything angrily clawed, after envying the scale fire shield to the vice captain, thought of brushing the sense of existence in front of Shu Chu, and spoke. Big guy, I don't know if you read the news. Novice Village, a female NPC has arrived. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl 25. Online game. My pet can evolve into a beautiful girl. Chapter 25. Female NPC. A flash of electricity flashed in Shu Chu's mind, as if he had grasped something. That female NPC, is she wearing Church of Light clothes? Hearing Shu Chu's reply, the bald head angrily pod smile dispersed. It turns out that the big guy you know. Opening square bracket. Cold Wind Aushue glanced at the bald head, raised his head and said. Ha, what does the big guy not know? Just forget about your little thoughts. Aushue, I know you immortal. Quote. Quote. Without looking at the battle group leader who started to fight again, Shu Chu's mind has already begun a storm. The NPC of the novice village that hides the mission has appeared. As long as you give the collected materials to the Church of Light NPCs, you can get hidden missions. That's the only hidden mission in the novice village. Thinking of this, a smile appeared at the corner of Shu Chu's mouth. But the female NPC didn't say a word. At this time, Sha Yubing's slender legs were a little numb, and after changing his sitting position, he spoke. We tried to negotiate with him, but perhaps because the other party was seriously injured, we were very wary of our travelers, and only occasionally talked to the villagers who believed in the Church of Light. Now that she has lived in the VIP room of the village, we have no way to interact, so we can only send someone to observe secretly first. While speaking, Sha Yubing looked at Shu Chu. I don't know. What do you suggest? Obviously. The sudden appearance of female NPCs also aroused the interest of this guild leader. I just don't know how to trigger the interaction. Not only Sha Yubing, but several other battle group leaders also turned to look at Shu Chu, their faces full of expectation. At this time, Shu Chu understood. In addition to brushing monsters and trading, these people also have a main purpose, to find their own set of information. However, I really have some information about that NPC. The injuries on that NPC's body should all be steaming black chi, right? Hearing Shu Chu's words, several battle group leaders sat up straight. There are doors. The bald head moved his butt and stretched his head forward, for fear of missing something. Yes. The mage lowered his eyes and recalled the details. It's not just black chi, although we can't see her blood bar, we can still detect that her state is not good, it should be a serious injury. Shu Chu snorted, scratching his head, his face full of pain. I have participated in the internal test, a little impression, it's been too long, a little can't remember. As you know, Destiny has been publicized for several years, and there are too many contents, which is indeed a bit long. Aushue nodded secretly. No wonder the big guy is so powerful, it turns out to be a super rare closed beta player. The bald head suddenly had regret on his face, can't remember. So what's going on? The mage slapped the back of the bald head, and then approached Shu Chu with a smiling face, and secretly stuffed one gold coin over. Big guy, work hard, think again. In full view of everyone, Shu Chu quietly accepted the gold coin, and his face turned clear. Ha, I remember. Quote. Bald Aushue. Quote. Everyone. Sha Yubing looked at this scene with a slight frown, but pursed her lips and said nothing. Let's continue to contribute materials to the novice village. Shu Chudao. Whether it is monster materials or infrastructure materials, they are all contributed to the village. After all, the village chief believes in the Church of Light and he can brush the contribution of the village without brains. When the NPC recovers, the mission will be issued. When everyone heard Shu Chu's information, it was like seeing the clouds. The mouth is open. Isn't this the same thing that the big guy asked us to do before? The big guy won't be fooling us, will he? Quote. Thunder, did you spend this money in vain? Whispered. Fart, you still don't understand this. This shows that the big guy was laying out at that time. The big guy didn't mention the hidden mission before, but he has already told us the solution to the hidden mission. We didn't realize it. Yes, when I saw that NPCs were connected to the village chief, I should have thought of it. Why didn't I think of that? Abominable. Stay with you idiots every day, and lose your life. This is the IQ tax I should pay. Looking At the battle group leaders who once again speculated about their holy will, Shu-Chu's face was flat. Ah, yes, that's what I thought. Then, big guy, we won't bother you. The battle group leaders got up with their subordinates and prepared to leave. After leaving the team for a long time, we should continue to lead the team to brush monsters. After saying goodbye to Shu-Chu, several battle group leaders walked towards their battle group. After saying goodbye, Shu-Chu also got up from the warm stone. The female NPC disappeared in the house, and it seems that she will not reappear until dawn. Immediately, Shu-Chu looked at the deep sky in the east. Strive to gather the last snake bile before dawn. Shu-Chu stretched out his hand, re-summoned his summon, and walked towards the snake pool in the south. Water snake. Introduction. A snake that nourishes water. Level 7. Attack 240 life 2000. Skill. Drill at sea, cold poison. Drill at sea. Description. Look, this very slippery creature is. Yes, don't you come in. Effect. Critical strike chance increased. Dash. Cold poison. Description. Can you endure this temperature? Effect. After the enemy is damaged, the movement speed is reduced. Like the salamander, it is another monster that attacks from a long range. Shu-Chu took a deep breath of the somewhat humid air and said with disgust. Moreover, the attack is easy to crit, and it will also reduce the enemy's movement speed. Water snake is worthy of being the last monster in the novice village. The intensity is worthy of its difficulty. Fortunately, according to the principle of relativity, the distribution of water snakes is relatively scattered. Fighting even requires a taunt type of skill to pull monsters. That's the final level. Shu-Chu smiled slightly, ready to give an attack order to the summoners. But at this time, the young Yan dragon lizard directly raised their heads to the sky and let out a roar. Roar. The next moment, all the water snakes who heard this roar raised their upper bodies and turned their heads to look in the direction of Shu-Chu. Shu-Chu looked at dozens of pairs of snake pupils and secretly swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Good news. No need to be sarcastic. Bad news. It's time for dinner. Looking at the water snake who was densely crawling in his direction and preparing to start nourishing water, Shu-Chu understood. It turns out that the blood sea deep hatred prompted in the original mission has such a hatred. All the snakes came out to drive away the Tartars. However, Shu-Chu was not afraid at all. Prepare to attack. Shu-Chu waved his big hand and threw several gold coins in his hand. Open black lens bracket ding. Successfully spend 10 silver coins, 1000 copper coins, and the card summoning infant dragon lizard level is increased to level 2. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Successfully spend 40 silver coins, 4000 bronze coins, and the card summoning infant dragon lizard level is increased to level 3. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Successfully consumes 1 gold coin, 10,000 copper coins, and the level of the card summoning the dragon lizard is increased to level 4. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Successfully spend 4 gold coins, 40,000 copper coins, and the level of the card summoning the young dragon lizard has been increased to level 5. The 4 young Yan dragon lizards with the highest fighting spirit beside Shu-Chu instantly swelled several times. The look is more powerful, and the body color is deeper. Firepower ready. Shu-Chu stared at the group of water snakes and a smile opened at the corner of his mouth. Open fire. P.S. Currently publicly available information. Name, Dragon Lizard. Level 5, Attack, 190, Magic Attack X 240%, Life, 1659, Magic Attack X 2100%, Defense 28, Magic Attack X 35%. Lasting. Closing square bracket : 20. Mana points are consumed every 5 seconds.